Welcome back, fellow tamers. It seems as though that Joy Max did mess this up, but good thing is this Starmon has nothing more to do for us. However, there is another Starmon, Super Starmon, by the way, over on this side of the, or I should say in the central part of this map, that we need to go to and talk to in order to do more quests. So that's what we're going to do now, and I think I'm going to need my Vmon to get over there. So let's try that. Without any interruptions, by the way. And up here, we still need to see a new Vmon right beside him, which in this little matter we won't right away, so we'll just talk to Super Starmon. Same one. That is the quest name, so this will be part 28, I believe. Part 28, same one, yes, here we go. And we're gonna get 13 M's, but that's not bad. So we need 8 evil rings. Huh, where are we going to get these evil rings? Well, luckily for us, we have a level 85 Digimon to help us out, because we can pretty much get these items anywhere. And this quest will become a daily at some point, and there would be a rise in the many of counts of dailies to how many we can or need to pick up, but that's fine. Did I just see a level 3x5 Cherubimon? Oh well. But anyway, so yeah, Joy Max is now out of the picture, however their messy quests remain. We are almost done with this map, by the way, and I'm not so sure if Super Starmon is going to have us do more than just one quest. That is completely up to him. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to help you guys get this done as much as possible. Because on the Digipedia, aim for him. Thank you. On the Digipedia, it said that we had to collect X amount of items. I don't know, it just changed. And I'm trying to come back, record these, correct those updates so that we can actually get things turned around here. And yeah, there has been a little change to the maze entrance. I'm not so sure about other quests, but I am pretty sure maze entrance, or maze altogether, has been affected by this update. So when we get around to it, I'm going to come up to the third floor, first room, and I'm going to show you guys around. So yeah, then possibly demonstrate where they went wrong. Come here, you. And yet I still haven't found one evil ring. I don't know, is it quest specific? I'm supposed to hand this into Starmon of Passion, but Super Starmon gave us the quest. I guess it's for any Digimon to be precise. I mean, it doesn't say who to attack or how to pick it up or anything. So I should be alright just attacking Volcamon. Oh, I got it. I got one. Yep, right there. Evil rings. Okay, now I'm missing the point of this. In the title of the item, it's called Eveling, but in the quest, it's called Evil Ring. Another mess up from Joy Max. Move Games, could you please fix this? I mean, I know you guys got a lot to do and everything, but Joymax pretty much messed this up, and I know it's bad for you guys to have to fix everything, but you know, this could have been prevented if Joymax didn't have to do so much to mess things up to begin with. I'm not saying it's anybody's fault, I'm just saying it needs fixed. I mean, it's putting pressure on the tamers already, trying to get these quests all figured out. It's like Maze Basement 1, I think it was, for the Mosymon quest. To kill an X amount of Mosymon, pick up 5 scarves. War Mosymon, yeah. War Mosymon, and picking up 5 of their scarves. It was like, you can kill so many, but for 3 days straight, a friend of mine and I were trying to pick them, or find the scarves in the first place. There was none to pick up. I mean, we've sat there for almost a week trying to find them. And 3 days counts for almost a week. I wasn't going to sit there for like 4 or 5 days straight trying to find these things. It's like unbearable as it is. And I guess it wasn't part of a main quest because we were able to surpass those levels. And to do so, we stuck with like finishing whatever quests we could do, and whatever was broken can get left behind and reported as broken, and hope that someone can fix it. And I'm not putting any pressure on anybody, I'm just saying that there's a lot that needs work done, and I'm not saying it should be done in 1 day. I'm not saying it should be done in 1 week. It can be done at any given time as long as it gets fixed. I mean, yeah, tamers can have patience at times. Yeah, that's a given. And the one thing I hope does get fixed is the carding in the dungeons. I get so tired of that so easily. A friend of mine, Toph, and I both agree on this term of trying to get events done with doing dungeon raids at the same time. But a few tamers, being such idiots that they claim not to be, test everybody else to see if they're bots or whatever. Except that's the excuse that they're giving out. But I don't see the point in testing for bots when we're trying to pick the targets ourselves, and it's even harder for us to do that when we were trying to aim for the targets and only hitting MCs, and that is sad. Wait, what did I just pick up? Oh, I gotta scroll down. Okay, I got that. The experience accelerator. I got more accelerators? Oh, I have 13 now. Cool. I thought I've had more, but oh well. Anyway. Yeah, so we went from the beginning to end to get those archives and stuff in, and that's great. We needed that. Now I've showed you how to get into Maze. I showed you what you need to do to... dogs. Anyway, where was I? I showed you how to get into Maze. I showed you how to get the reinforcements done. And after doing reinforcements, by the way, all the egg scanners, archives, and hopefully storage units are shown up all over DATS. I mean, you can go into Windy Valley right now and you'll see a storage unit, Pon Chessmon, next to the archive beside Babamon. And that's good. There's already an egg scanner there. There was a broken archive there. The broken archive won't be replaced, but there will be a storage unit added. So you'll have that to look forward to. Which is good, because most tamers do go back there to start carding and stuff, so I'm not so sure where the add-ons to the reinforcements go, but I know two of whichever matter is being Western Village, the beginning to to the station, or the beginning from the station, throughout the western area, meaning wilderness area and maze. I'm not so sure if there is a storage in Dark Tower, but I do know it was a heck of a climb going back in and out of Dark Tower to western area west, not knowing that there was an egg scanner around the Skull Greymon area. That should have been pointed out weeks ago, or months ago, or maybe even years ago. Heck, any given time that the eggs came out in the first place. I didn't play the game long enough to understand what the Dark Tower wastelands looked like before. I may have snapshotted a couple of images before and I forgot to upload them at some point. But right after the eggs started coming out, and I mean Flamedramon, what was it, Halsamon? I think it was. And Digmon first came out. It was hectic. I mean, everybody was farming for eggs, and most more than some thought that it was a one-day deal. But no, it wasn't. They haven't watched Fox Gamer's video about this update whenever it came out. And now that they've finished updating the eggs from Courage to Kindness, they released the spirits and all of that, and now all of a sudden I find out excuse me, that the XVmon at DATS had the assortment of eggs in his inventory. So apparently, and this is what I've been asking all along, apparently you can now get all the eggs in pieces from worn boxes. And I know for a fact you can get Courage, Light, Hope, Love, what was Digmon's? I can't remember. Curiosity? No. Knowledge. Yeah, that's right. Knowledge. And wait, Courage, Light, Hope, Love, Knowledge, and Reliability from the outside worn boxes. And that's what they started out with to begin with. But Miracles was found in Emperor... Well, I'll just say Ken's laboratory, because you have to defeat Chimeramon just to get to it, because it's in one of his data eggs or data scans or whatnot, whatever they're called. But if you get like so much data from either Hero or in Normal, you get a data that'll actually scan into a complete Miracle Egg. But the question is, how do you get Friendship and Kindness as well as Miracle? Well, actually, we already know where Miracles came from, but Friendship and Kindness on the side, because that's hard to understand. I'm not so sure if the three altogether, being that they're extremely rare, will end up in Chimera's boss fight or not, because I haven't done so many scans lately that'll actually result into going back into Chimeramon and fighting him just to get a simple egg. I mean, there might be a shortage, there might be an increase of the rarity, but I don't know. We'll have to figure that out at some point. And we got 4 more of these rings to go, and wow. This guy just wants to jump us right off the spot, and I can't attack right away, and I hate these cooldown periods. They have to do something about this. This seems like it's not needed. I mean, I can hit enemies from left and right, and these cooldowns make it even harder to keep up with the status. So there was something else that bugs me too, but I forgot what I wanted to note about it. For instance, the fact that the news folks working at their stations are targeting gamers for one person's incident and blaming games for doing so. I've watched a video from Alpha Omega Sin saying something on the lines of this guy admitting that he did the crimes, but claiming that the games that you were playing made it easier to kill people. And we all agree Alpha is right to rage about this, because the news people want to look at the bad things to make the world seem much more like a crueler place around stuff like that, but they don't see the good. So how is it that the world looks at each other for who we are? I mean, we were supposed to all gather around and get along, right? Like, we're this big groupie, I don't know, living source of people who trying to create a living, but to also get along. I mean, we all share the same air, we all share the same water, we all share the same planet. So I guess the only question is, how are people hating? Is it taught, or is it bred, or... Well, let me come up with an answer to that. It is taught, it is not bred. For anyone who wants to know whatever excuses that people would come up with to be racist or haters or whatnot, there's no need for it, really. No need at all. But yet people find the audacity to keep doing what they're doing just because of who they are and why they do it to begin with. It's because they were raised in it. Younger people than we are, I mean, don't understand what's going on as a matter of how they're being raised. They don't see the kind of environment they're living in. I mean, until they're like 18, they start picking up these facts and ideas that their parents start to give them. And why are their parents being so negative about the things that are around them? It's because they don't understand it. Not completely, anyway. I mean, I can say, for instance, that I don't understand the world completely as it is right now, and yes, we are broken at some point, but it's not too late to fix things. I mean, the world's a calamity. We all know that it's a state of, war and stuff, but there's no need for it. I mean, I've had a comedian, Fluffy. He put things in perspective of going over to Aslam and doing a stand-up show for them in the desert, and the prince invited him to do a comedy show for him, and the prince had invited him to some sort of palace or whatever to explain all what was going on behind the curtain, that the Americans or the American news groups or whatever politics were involved tried to get everybody to fight over this. There was no need to fight. Everybody wants to just get along. And it's like Americans are now targeted for claims on the battles of war. Like, we're picking our own enemies. And it doesn't have to be that way. I mean, yes, there are people like ISIS being a global terrorist on a global scale. Yeah, that's true. Only because people like judgmental groups don't understand what they're doing that is tearing things apart. I mean, back then, I don't know how long this was, but somehow America had sunk so low as to take tax money and fund it into war profiteering, like weapons and stuff that we did not need, and just head off into war. No, it's not like that. Iraq wasn't such a big deal until somebody made it a big deal, and that's part of the reasons why we went to war in the first place, is because there was a lot of misunderstandings. And I hate to sneak into politics like that, and there's going to be someone in my comment section saying that they disagree, but I don't care. I see a lot of hate that don't need to be there in the first place. I mean, yeah, people disagree because they don't agree on every other thing, and that's fine. They shouldn't. And what needs to be fixed is the fact that it's there in the first place. People need to talk, communicate, understand. That's all they need to do. And yet we have so much bullying going on within the United States that happens in schools, and that leads to school shootings. Heck, we even have some crooked cops pulling cars over for no good reason. Yes, that is happening. And we have to fix that, otherwise this place is going to tear itself apart. And the only way we can do that is to point it out, fix our wrongs, and see where we go from there. And I'm running out of Volcamon to attack, because there's like 2 other tamers back there hitting on every single target I can't seem to find. But yeah, we got all these resources, we're using them up, and we have no idea what we could be doing to the planet. But I know this for sure. It really doesn't matter what you have a grudge against, just set everything aside and try to work things out the best way you can. Otherwise, you're just going to look for another reason for people to have a rage fit about. I mean, it might not be needed, but then you're just looking at another what's this? Why can't I pick this up? Get your stinking Lotmon out of here. Why is everybody picking off my targets? I was here first. I was here first. No, I'm not gonna rage quit. No. It's just this. I mean, yeah, all differences aside, we are still the same kind of people. The matter of difference is religion and politics. That's fine. You guys can disagree on that. I won't have to argue about it. I don't need to argue about it, and I only need one more item left. Holy cow. But all the same to you, I'm just going to stay being me and you be you. Just fix the problems that you're having. Check yourself every once in a while. Keep yourself in good condition or good mood, and try not to worry so much about where things are going in the future, because really there's nothing much else to fight about, really, because all we're doing now is making up excuses to fight, and that's kind of sad, don't you think? Well, anyway, I'm handing in this quest. It's done. This is your King Willick speaking, and I'm signing off till the next quest. I'll see you later. Ciao.